And welcome back to Sherman Park as the tournament continues. Now it is the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers against the Yankton Gazelles. And just moments ago saw the Yankton Varsity softball team falling to Dakota Valley 9-4. And now we return our JV coverage, our first JV coverage of the season, and glad to be able to have some video coverage for the JV girls because they put a lot of work and effort into the season and deserve some recognition here. So as on the field, the Chargers will take to the field first with the Gazelles batting first. Now this is going to be a video stream with the crowd mic, and you'll kind of hear just kind of the sounds of what's going on here as I try and track down coaches for the varsity game, for coach interviews, starting lineups and stuff like that. And then once I've got all that kind of sorted, I'll throw up a scoreboard. But appreciate you tuning in here. This is the start of the JV game with the Gazelles and Sioux Falls Christian. I'll turn on the crowd mic and I'll get working on my prep for the upcoming varsity game, and we'll have all the coverage right here. And here on the field, the Yankton Gazelles JV team defeating the Sioux Falls Christian JV team. Your final score, 7-3. As I been back and forth, running back and forth, whether I've been operating the stream here or getting starting lineups, some enunciations for names and everything. Still working on a lineup from Sioux Falls Christian. Hopefully we will be able to get that here coming up, as we are probably looking at about 25 to 30 minutes out from first pitch for the game between the varsity teams. So I would say maybe around 4:10 we'll get started here on the field for varsity action. Could certainly be earlier than that. It could certainly be a little later than that. We'll just have to see. And just going to step aside here for a second to see if I can get a starting lineup. And I'll be back, and we'll continue with our coverage of Gazelles softball. Appreciate you tuning in here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Welcome to Gazelles Softball on Yankton streaming on YouTube. Brought to you by First Dakota National Bank of Yankton. This broadcast is made possible by the following Sportscaster Club members: Midwest Insurance Agency, Murph's Appliance, Yankton Thrive, Stockman's Motorsports, Les Schwab Tires, Linda's Angel Crossing, MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency, Vichet, Elwood Dental, Floortech Restoration, Angela's Mexican Store, Yankton Rexall, KFC Taco Bell, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Slumberland, Larry's Heating and Cooling, America's Best Realty, Larson Carpet, Anytime Fitness, King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, Yankton Medical Clinic, All Seasons Power Sports, Kaiser Heating and Cooling, JR's Oasis, Intech Cleaning and Restoration, The Bone Setter, Triple Time Rudy's, Meridian Photo, Graham Tire, Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, Kalen's Indoor Comfort, H&H Roofing, Boss's Pizza and Chicken, Wall of Fame, and Raven Books. Now, for the Anytime Fitness pregame show with the voice of Yankton Athletics, Zach Spear.
Play ball! And now to wrap up our Friday at Sherman Park as the Gazelles taking on another team from Class A in the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. Entering the game, Yankton holds a 3-8 record, while the Chargers currently sit at 3-7. The Gazelles were in action earlier today in a loss against Dakota Valley with a final score 9-4. For the Chargers, they were last on the field yesterday in a loss against Madison. The final score 13-23. Here's a look now inside the numbers between these two teams this season. Yankton putting up 7.5 runs per game. Sioux Falls Christian just shy of 7 runs per game. Yankton allows 10.1 runs per game. Sioux Falls Christian a very close 10.2 runs per game. So the numbers are pretty evenly matched in this one. Yankton comes into this game 1-7 against teams 500 or better, 2-1 against teams under 500. Sioux Falls Christian is 3-6 against teams that are 500 or better, and 0-1 against teams that are under 500. It's going to be the first official matchup between Yankton and Sioux Falls Christian. More likely than not, the last matchup for a while, so bragging rights are on the line for the next few years to come, I would assume. Both of these teams have seen a lot of talented teams on the field, and it does seem the record might reflect that. What that means, though, is that these teams are probably a little better than what their record shows. I wouldn't be surprised if this one is a high scorer as well, especially with the Chargers having played last night. Yankton playing just a couple hours prior. Defenses might be just a little bit tired here and not quite as fresh as they might be, but of course these are athletes and you got to expect that they're going to come out ready to roll and to play. First pitch was originally slated for 5:30. I'm guessing we're probably getting a little closer to 4:10 on first pitch. We just wanted to make sure to be live so that we didn't miss any of the action on the field here, as we will have the full game on Yankton streaming on YouTube. I got a chance to talk with head coach Jill Muth between games. Did not get a chance to chat with head coach Maddie Lundgren. She was more than willing to help out with rosters and name enunciations. I just didn't get over there quick enough to get an interview in, so we will have just the one interview with head coach Jill Muth. All Yankton athletics on Yankton streaming on YouTube are presented by First Dakota National Bank of Yankton. First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of their customers for over 150 years. They offer personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey with 2 locations, downtown and North Broadway, Yankton. And again, just a chat with head coach Jill Muth here, as we'll step aside for a moment when we return that chat with Gazelles coach Muth.
Welcome to JR's Oasis, your one-stop food and gas shop. Proud to serve Phillips 66 regular, premium, and diesel fuel. After fueling, go inside for slushies and shakes, ice cream cones, and now offering a full line of healthy, chilled items and snacks. JR's hot menu is great for breakfast, lunch, and supper, featuring the famous Hammer Breakfast Sandwich and fresh hand patty burgers. Try the new Cafe Tango frozen coffees for that extra boost of deliciousness. JR's Oasis, East Highway 50, Yankton.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you gotta call Kalen's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kalen's to anyone.
From simple sniffles to complex health conditions, The primary care providers at Yankton Medical Clinic will not only see you for your annual visits, screenings, and preventative care, but also provides care for the entire family, from pediatrics to adults. With 4 clinic locations and 15 outreach locations throughout South Dakota and Nebraska, compassionate, quality medical care is closer than you think. For more information on providers, services, and locations, visit our website, yanktonmedicalclinic.com.
If you're into hunting, fishing, towing, or just want to blaze the trail, All Seasons has ATVs, UTVs, dirt bikes, and scooters from quality brands like Honda, Yamaha, and CF Moto. Needing watercraft? All Seasons has a large selection of quality boats and wave runners, and we take pride in service after the sale. We have friendly certified technicians that will winterize, summarize, diagnose, and repair your power sports equipment. In business for over 20 years for good reasons. We're All Seasons, Power Sports and Marine in Yankton.
Do you like to read? I love to read. So does Raven Books, your unique bookstore in Yankton, where you'll find thousands of books from brand new to gently used oldies but goodies, all at unbeatable prices. Trade in your old favorites for credit and be able to explore something new. Whether you're a casual reader or a bookworm, Raven Books is your next chapter, located at 804 Bill Baggs Road. Raven Books, where every book finds a home.
Back on our coaches' conversations now, chatting with head coach Jill Muth of the Yankton Gazelles. And coach, earlier today we just saw your team in action against Dakota Valley, 9-4 the final score. What did you see in that one?
Yeah, you know, we had Reese Gary on the mound, and I thought she really did a pretty good job for us. I think she threw strikes, and she, made the girls put the bat on the ball and put the ball in play, and that's the kind of pitcher she is. I mean, that's her strong suit. She's not going to go out and overpower anybody, and although she had a good game, I think, what'd you say, 6 strikeouts? So she had a good game, as far as that was concerned, and only a couple walks, and so I was really happy with Reese's performance, and so, hopefully that's something that she can build on and take some confidence from that. And then offensively, we had a couple girls hit the ball hard and, right at somebody or whatever, but just going to try to find a way to keep swinging at good pitches and keep hitting the ball hard. Last game we had one inning where the defensive wheels kind of fell off for a little bit for us, and that's when they scored their 5 runs, and but those things happen in softball, and it feels like it's kind of a snowball situation. You have 1, then you have 2, and then all of a sudden it's 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's and so that's something that we got to find a way to try to limit. We got to try to find a way to not let the mental game beat us. If we have one error, we're okay. We got to pick each other up. We got to stay positive.
And it really kind of was that one inning that just kind of led to a lot of runs for Dakota Valley to give them a lead that was just too much to kind of come back from. What do you then come back to the team and try, and what do you tell them to try and regroup into this next game?
Yeah, just said got to have a short memory. It's one of those skills in life where you just, things aren't always going to go your way, and so you got to find a way to turn the page and start again and refocus and forget the other stuff, because they've had lots of successes in softball, and we just have to find a way to, keep working hard, and hopefully we can get back to some of those successes.
And I don't know if you've had a chance to talk with her yet. I know you said more likely than not Reese Gary going to get the start in this string of games. How's her arm feeling?
Hopefully it's still attached. We got, we started the year with 4 pitchers, Reese, and 3 freshmen. And one of the freshmen's got a bad arm, and so she's done for the year. And so today with 4 games, we've got our 2 freshmen, 1 each taking a JV game, and then Reese hopefully taking both varsity games, and we'll see how it goes.
And then looking to the hitting against a now Sioux Falls Christian team, maybe it wasn't the best day at the plate against Dakota Valley. And, of course, the swinging at good pitches is a very good thing. Any expectations or changes possibly in the lineup?
Yeah, we had told them even on the way up here today that the second game we were going to just try some different things and mix it up a little bit. So you'll probably see a few different things. We don't have it all written down or planned out yet, but I would guess we'll probably have someone else catching with Kyra, getting hit by the pitch at last game. But, I'm just looking at giving some other girls, an at-bat or a chance here or there and see what happens. But just, it's going to maybe look a little bit different this game.
Well, Coach, appreciate the time as always, and we'll talk with you again here later today.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for your coverage, Jack.
Again, you just heard from head coach Jill Muth of the Yankton Gazelles here on our Coaches Conversations. Coming up, Yankton in their second game of the day, this time against Sioux Falls Christian. It'll be right here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Weather around here gets pretty crazy. Are you sure the weather hasn't caused damage to your roof? Let Justice at H&H Roofing in Yankton take any roof damage worries away. He'll come and inspect your roof. Even if you've had an inspection, get a second opinion or re-inspection for your peace of mind. H&H Roofing has built their reputation on working to satisfy homeowners for years. Family owned and operated. H&H Roofing is bonded and insured. Contact Justice today.
Dive into the delicious all-you-can-eat Asian buffet, featuring mouth-watering Asian cuisine like broccoli beef, General Chicken, sesame chicken, so much more. Or choose from a fresh selection of meats, noodles, rice, vegetables, Asian-inspired sauces, and watch them sizzle on the Mongolian grill. Plus tantalizing desserts, including ice cream. Get your fill at King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, North Broadway, Yankton.
Larson Carpet has all your flooring needs. Step into their showroom to see a wide selection of all types of flooring. They have soft and luxurious carpet that's sure to bring comfort to your home. Stylized tile to make any room pop. Different color options of hardwood to make matching easy. And convenient vinyl plank for when spills happen. Of course, with the best customer service in the area. Their knowledgeable staff will make sure to answer any questions you might have. Larson Carpet, 212 Walnut.
Looking to buy a home or maybe sell? Trust the name that puts you first. America's Best Realty. From your first showing to the final signature, their expert agents guide you every step of the way. Fast closings, top market value, and real service you can count on. Your dream home, they will find it. Selling fast, they will make it happen. Call America's Best Realty at 605-260-1600. America's Best Realty, because you deserve the best.
And back to the field here, as upcoming will be the Yankton Gazelles and the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. Earlier in the day, we saw Yankton against Dakota Valley in a game they fell 9-4, and really felt like it could have been a closer game. Just unfortunately for Yankton, it was kind of a rough outing in the field, a handful of errors throughout the game, and didn't necessarily hit the ball as well as they have in the season. So feel like they maybe could have had a little closer, but that's just you play the games. So in that game, your final stats, Kelly Koletsky at the plate, 0 for 4. Ava Gerard was 0 for 3, but did reach on a walk. Jocelyn Burns went 1 for 3, had a single and a walk. Kyra Churchmo went 1 for 3, had a single, did reach on an error, and was hit by a pitch as well. Now, unfortunately, that has taken her out of the game here coming up, and just hope nothing but the best for Kyra, a heck of a ball player, and just hope that goes well. Isabel Sheldon went 0 for 4 at the plate, but did reach on a fielder's choice. Madison Musfelt was 1 for 3 with a single and did reach on a walk. Brooklyn King went 1 for 4 with a single. Reese Gary went 0 for 2, but did reach on a walk. Also put down a sacrifice bunt. And Eliza Gurney went 1 for 2 at the plate, reaching all 3 times, once on error, once with a walk, and then a single. So Yankton in that game had 4 runs off of 5 base hits, 7 errors in the field, and 8 left on base. So even with the lack of hitting, so to speak, they really had opportunities to score and just couldn't quite bring them around home. But on to the next one. In that one, Reese Gary pitched the full 7 innings and gave up 9 runs with 6 strikeouts and 2 walks. So a very good day for Reese Gary. And as Coach Muth kind of said in our postgame, you kind of wonder how many of those, I don't have the exact number in front of me now, but into our next game, we'll have the number of how many of those were earned versus unearned runs. And you got to imagine with 7 errors, 9 runs given up, you're probably cutting it at minimum in half. So Reese Gary, it was a very great game for her. 6 strikeouts to 2 walks. You'll take that 3-to-1 ratio every single time. And really hoping to see that continue into this upcoming game, as we will have some changes up in the lineup for Yankton. Again, no Kyra Churchma in this one, and so just overall some changes. And Muth even said in our pregame before the Dakota Valley game, some players who maybe don't always get a lot of game time or at bats at the varsity level very well might be getting that. So we'll take our final break during the Anytime Fitness of Yankton pregame show. Anytime Fitness Yankton, let's make healthy happen. When we return, we've got your starting lineups and game time here on the field.
Looking for a photo that actually looks like you, but better? At Meridian Photo, we specialize in capturing personality, not just poses. Whether it's headshots, high school seniors, family sessions, or team and individual sports photos, we'll make you look like a legend. We've just landed in the Meridian District of Yankton. Book your session today at meridian-photo.com or give us a call at 605-655-4598. Meridian Photo. Be you. You deserve it.
Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team specializing in all things heating and cooling, as well as heat and glow gas, wood, and electric fireplaces, humidifiers and dehumidifiers, and all styles of ductless mini-split systems. Whether you are building or remodeling, our team of innovative experts will get you the correct equipment and indoor air quality accessories you need for your home or business. Remember, Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team for all things heating and cooling for the past 77 years. Go Bucks and Gazelles.
Your local KFC Taco Bell at 2504 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton offers 2 menus combined into one. Something for everyone at KFC Taco Bell. When your family's hungry and can't decide between crispy chicken and mashed potatoes or tacos, burritos, and protein bowls, well, you don't have to choose. Get the best of both worlds in one stop. Cool down with the legendary Baja Blast Freeze or heat things up with a variety of hot sauces. KFC Taco Bell Yankton. Why pick one when you can have both?
What does FloorTech do? When disaster strikes, water damage, mold growth, or fire cleanup, call the team you can trust. FloorTech Cleaning and Restoration. They respond fast to protect your home or business and restore it the right way with honesty, integrity, and top-notch service. Their crews proudly serve southeast South Dakota and northeast Nebraska, including Yankton, Mitchell, Norfolk, and Sioux Falls. For 24/7 emergency service, call 800-507-1822. If your home or floor is wet, call FloorTech or visit them at floortechrestoration.com.
Yankton Rexall in the Meridian District, Yankton, for all your gifts and decor needs. It's the only place in town to find both Hallmark ornaments and cards for any occasion. They also have Willow Tree and Precious Moments collectibles, the perfect anniversary and wedding gifts, nativity scenes, Watkins products, and single $1 chocolates. The Yankton Rexall Pharmacy for all your prescription needs. Yankton Rexall at the corner of 3rd and Douglas, downtown Yankton.
And back to the field here as, well, not sure when we're going to get rolling here. I'm not sure if we're waiting. We very well could be waiting on some umpires as, again, first pitch was originally slated for 5:30. Right now on the clock, we've got 4:03 because of a rolling schedule. But that's kind of how you got to run it here on the field. That way, in case if you have a game that goes into a few extra innings, you got a little bit of a makeup and just have had some quicker games here on the field for Yankton. And, JV usually not taking that full time. So, well, we will get to our starting lineups, and we'll see if we got to wait a while for umpires or if we'll be ready to roll. Your starting lineups for today's game are brought to you by Larry's Heating and Cooling of Yankton and Vermilion. For all your heating and cooling needs, it's Larry's Heating and Cooling, anytime, any day. We'll start with the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. They enter the game at a 3-7 record, coached by Maddie Lundgren. Leading things off will be their catcher, number 8, Taylor Dittman. In the circle, the pitcher, number 30, Jada Roscup. Batting third for the Chargers, the second baseman, number 22, Delia Dupe Blanchard. Batting cleanup and at first base, number 1, it's Sammy Van Santen. The fifth hitter in the lineup, the left fielder, number 2, Kenzie Zobel. In center field, batting sixth, number 3 is Macy Connell. The designated player in their lineup, number 23, Bailey Johnson. At third base, batting eighth, number 21, Kate Preheim. And to round off the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers batting lineup, hitting last, shortstop, number 4, Sophia O'Neill. Also playing the field for the Chargers will be number 5, Avery Nelson. She'll be the right fielder and flex player for Sioux Falls Christian. The reserves in this game include Sarah Preheim, Ashlyn Wright, Jamie Murillo, and Catherine Hof. And now the starting lineups for your Yankton Gazelles. Leading things off, the center fielder, number 3, it's Callie Koletsky. At second base, number 8, Ava Gerard. Batting third at shortstop, number 2, Jocelyn Burns. Cleanup hitter for the Gazelles in today's game, the first baseman, number 6, Brooklyn King. Yankton's designated player, number 1, Madison Musfelt. Batting sixth in right field, number 10, Isabel Sheldon. At third base, batting seventh, number 24, it's Brenna Elwood. In the circle again for Yankton, number 29, Reese Gary. And to round off the batting lineup for the Gazelles is the left fielder, number 22, Eliza Gurney. Also playing the field here for Yankton will be number 11, Hannah Chrisman. She will be catching for Yankton and the flex player. Yankton's reserves include number 5, Jordan Kudera, number 7, Brooke Devine, number 9, Olivia Puck, number 14, Keely Mosier, number 15, Emma Sloan, and number 17, Isabel Gurney. Again, it wasn't quite the shock to see quite a different lineup, as Coach Muth did give us a little bit of a heads up saying, well, you might see some players who haven't necessarily had the opportunities, and that's exactly it. We're going to see a few new players into the lineup and a new catcher here for the first time of this season, and I'm trying to think if we even saw a separate catcher outside of Churchma all of last season, as she does such a great job. Unfortunately, just won't be in our game here today. But Hannah Chrisman will be filling in for her as the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers have taken to the field, indicating we are moments away from game time. They're in their blue and white jerseys with white pants for the Gazelles, and black jersey and pants trimmed out in red and white. We wrap up our Anytime Fitness of Yankton pregame show. We'll load up our Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard, and when we return, the Gazelles at the plate in another game here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Hi, I'm Franny Kiefer with the Yankton School District Alumni Association. We strive to create a community of alumni and friends who support extracurricular and educational opportunities in the Yankton School District through scholarships, grants, innovative education opportunities, and staff appreciation. With us, you will keep connected to a community of Yankton School District alumni and friends all over. You can help continue to pay it forward and help future graduates. Register today at the Yankton School District Alumni Association website.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we treat our patients like family. We have an experienced and caring dental team. We take the time to make sure you understand your oral health and answer any questions you have about your dental treatments. We take pride in educating our patients. Whether you need fillings, crowns or bridges, dental implants, just a teeth cleaning, or even Botox, come visit us at 1818 Broadway Avenue. And remember, we take care of the entire family.
And back to the field, it's the top of the first inning. Yankton will now be classified as the away team, Sioux Falls Christian as the home team, and leading our game off will be Callie Koletsky. She'll get the first look at Jada Roscup in the circle for the Chargers here. It's officially game time yet again, our final game of the day, and a day full of softball. The first pitch up and to the backstop, ball one. The battery for the Chargers made up of Jada Roscup in the circle and behind home plate, Taylor Dittman. It's Callie Koletsky at the plate with Ava Gerard on deck and Jocelyn Burns in the hole. Next one low for ball two. Two balls, no strikes, no outs, and no runners as Koletsky leads off the game. Looking for a base hit here to get her team rolling. As she gets a piece of that, right back up it goes. Roscup pulls it in, and we are one out in. Jada Roscup will take that one herself, and it brings up Ava Gerard to the plate for Yankton with Jocelyn Burns on deck. Ava Gerard works against 1 out, no runners on. First pitch low, ball 1. Roscup sends the next one in. A swing and a miss there from Gerard, 1-1. Next one finds its way to the zone. 1-2 now your count. Jada Roscup, the 1-2 count, sends it in. Gerard goes down swinging. A strikeout and Roscup's first of the game, bringing up Jocelyn Burns now to the plate. Burns faces 2 outs, no runners on here for her team. Gazelles looking for a 2-out rally here, sits on the first pitch, and it's good for a strike. The 0-1, Burns gets a piece of it over to third, off the glove it bounces. The recovery won't make it in time. Burns will reach and yanked in a base runner. Burns reaches off the error. Now Brooklyn King to the plate. Brooklyn King, a base hit in her last I don't know how many games in the season, will fill in at the cleanup spot for the first time of the year. She's got a runner on first. Burns is going to take off for second. The throw not going to make it in time. Burns with some wheels takes second. King now a runner in scoring position with Madison Musfelt on deck. The right hit scores Burns from second, but 2 outs can make it tricky. It's sent in high, ball 1. Our game's starting about an hour, 20 minutes early. That might be the earliest. It was a little expected, though, with the rolling schedule. 1-1 your count. Brooklyn King awaits the next pitch, and it's outside, ball 2. King now the advantage at the plate, 2-1 your count. Jada Roscup throwing it in for the Chargers. King will foul that one off and out of play. That's into another field, 2-2 now the count. Chargers trying to send it to the bottom half of the inning without a score. Yankton with a runner on second and 2 outs here. The 2-2 misses low. Count now full for Brooklyn King. Yankton would certainly like to have the lead to open the game. And the 3-2, King will foul it yet again. Our count stays the same. Still 2 outs, still a runner on second with Jocelyn Burns. Musfelt patiently awaits on deck. The 3-2 again. It is sent high, and King will take first with a walk. Now 2 runners on. Madison Musfelt with a couple of runners on for her, and 2 outs. Musfelt will step out as Roscup gets some instructions from her coach Lundgren. And that one comes in high, ball 1. 2 base runners, 2 outs. Yankton at the plate, Sioux Falls Christian in the field. Musfelt takes a good cut at that one, misses it. 1-1 now the count. Musfelt closed out last game with a base hit against Dakota Valley. Looking to repeat that here. Fouls that one off, out of play it goes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 count here, and fouled up and out of play again. So Roscup throwing strikes here to force Musfelt to swing, who has to protect the plate now. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. That one in the dirt, blocked forward by Taylor Dittman. Dittman doing a nice job keeping the runners put. The 2-2, she thought about it, held off, ball 3. A walk would load the bases for Isabel Sheldon. The payoff pitch, and Musfelt drives it into center field. That's going to give Yankton the lead. A base hit for Madison Musfelt, an RBI single. Burns from second to home scores. King over to second, and Musfelt with the single. The first base hit of the game here for Yankton, and it brings up now Isabel Sheldon to the plate. Same situation, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Sheldon, a big swing, just missed it there. Sheldon will be playing right field in today's game. I believe that'll be the first time she's in right field this season, and sits on a called strike too. No balls, 2 strikes here. Roscup sends it in, misses low. So Yankton a quick 1-0 lead here to open our game. Sioux Falls Christian is yet to bat. Now a 2-2 counts as that one sent in high. Sheldon remains at the plate with Brenna Elwood on deck, Reese Gary in the hole. We'll see who all gets to bat this inning. 2-2 the count. And Sheldon lifts it up. It's going to stay in the infield, and Roscup will bring it in for out number 3. She caught 2 pop-ups and struck 1 out, so she'll take all 3 outs herself. Yankton with 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error in the field, and 2 left on base. We enter the bottom half of the first inning of action. It is 1-0, Gazelles leading, and Sioux Falls Christian to the plate for the first time. Leading things off when we return is the catcher, Taylor Dittman.
Hi, it's Linda. Welcome to my store located at 1101 Broadway in Yankton. The spring and summer clothes are in for the ladies, sizes 4 through 20. Update your closet with the newest fashions and some jewelry. The kids department, sizes 2 to 8, has Under Armour and Mayoro and others. I have baptism gowns and baby clothes 0 to 24 months. Stop in and look around. Gift certificates are available anytime.
Stunning flowers from Pied Piper are the finishing touch on your most perfect wedding day. We are your full-service florist with the experience and knowledge to design the perfect wedding flowers, sure to make all your wedding flower dreams come true. Brides, bridesmaids, boutonnieres, corsages, ceremony reception, and all event work are our specialty. Your style, your day, your vision. Pied Piper Flowers makes it happen. Pied Piper Flowers, your wedding florist.
Interior technicians.
Jerry,
I need your help. I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on, I'll send you a pic so you can see what I mean.
Oh my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team. Fixing pickles since 1984.
It's the bottom of the first inning. Yankton leads 1-0. Chargers at the plate for the first time. Leading things off will be Taylor Dittman. Jada Roscup on deck, and in the hole, Delia. And right back up to Reese it goes, and Yankton will open the game with an error. They had their fair share of errors in that last game, and looking to clean it up a little bit here. As Dittman, the catcher for the Chargers, will have a courtesy runner coming in, and in her place will be Ashlyn Wright. And it brings up Jada Roscup to the plate with a runner on, no outs. And behind home plate is Hannah Chrisman for the Gazelles. Apologize, did not have a graphic made to say pitching Gary and Chrisman catching, as unfortunate circumstances have kind of thrown Chrisman behind home plate. First pitch outside, ball one. Next one off of the dirt. Chrisman does a nice job keeping it in front and catching it. So Roscup at the plate. She was just pitching. A pitcher's duel here between her and Gary. Takes a cut at that one, fouls it back, 2-1 the count. The 2-1 count here. Gary sends it home and low. Off of the dirt, it bounces, 3-1 the count. So Gary now in her 8th inning of pitching for the day, as Yankton is leaning on her heavily. And that one misses outside, ball 4 and a walk. Jada Roscup takes first, and now 2 runners on here for the Chargers with no outs. Delia Duke Blanchard at the plate now. As the second baseman of the Chargers has a great situation she's been put into. Sits on that one, outside, ball 1. That one now inside, ball 2. Gary looking to find her rhythm back on the, or in the circle, not on the mound. 2-0. Make it 3-0. So Gary in her last game, full 7 innings, only walked 2. She is 1 pitch away from walking 2 here already. And the 3-0 is good, though. 3-1 now. No swing there from Blanchard. That one fouled up and out of play it goes. Count is now full. The payoff pitch here and a grounder hit over to shortstop. Burns will get it at third. They'll get the lead runner. No play at first, but they got the important one. 1 down. Jada Roscup now to second. Delio Duke Blanchard reaches on the fielder's choice, and Sammy Van Santen now at the plate. And the first pitch, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, now 2-0. As last time around, Gary did it the tough way, but made it happen. This one lofted high up. It's near shallow center. Koletsky sprints all the way in to pull it in, and now 2 down. Koletsky certainly one of the better fielders we've seen all season long, whether it's the Gazelles or an opposing team. Kenzie Zobel now at the plate, the left fielder of the Chargers. Faces 2 outs, but does have runners on first and second. The first pitch low, ball 1. And you know, you get those first 2 runners on first and second with no outs, and you're in the field, you're thinking, all right, we got to do something. And Gazelles have answered nicely with back-to-back outs. That one finds the zone, 1-1. A little bit warmer than during our last game. But again, it's not raining. We're not complaining. 1-1 the count. That one, good for strike 2. I do want to clarify, I did not intentionally rhyme. That was a little corny. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Kenzie Zobel working against Reese Gary. 2 runners on, 2 outs, and sits on it. It's outside. Deuces are wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch. A hard-hit grounder over to third. It's scooped up by Brenna Elwood, and she will touch third for out number 3. That will wrap up our first inning of action for the Chargers. No runs off of no hits. There was 1 error in the field and 2 left on base. We head into the top of the second inning. Gazelles with a 1-run lead here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
At Anytime Fitness Yankton, your fitness journey starts with 1 step, and Anytime Fitness will be with you every step of the way. Open 24 hours a day with top-of-the-line equipment and guidance you need to reach your goals. Plus, your membership gives you access to every Anytime Fitness gym anywhere. No matter your goals, no matter the time, you belong at Anytime Fitness Yankton. Located at 2509 Fox Run Parkway. Start today at Anytime Fitness, where your fitness journey never stops.
And into the top of the second inning, leading things off will be Brenna Elwood for the Gazelles with Reese Gary on deck, Eliza Gurney in the hole. We've seen Brenna Elwood. This is our first game we've seen her at third base, though, as she usually comes in relief pitching in place of Reese Gary. So Elwood, who just made a play at third, now to lead things off, facing against Jada Roscup of the Chargers. First pitch is low. One-0 your count. 1-1 your count. One ball, 1 strike. Brenna Elwood working at the plate. On deck, Reese Gary awaits. Roscup sends it in, and Elwood gets a good piece of that one, sends it back into deep left center, and she's got extra bases. Brenna Elwood is going to take off for third, and the throw won't make it in time. Brenna Elwood, the triple, and Yankton gets another base hit. Saw in the JV game earlier, Brenna Elwood had a very similar hit it over the fielder's head in center field. She'll do it again at the varsity level. So now a runner on third with no outs for Reese Gary at the plate. No swing from Gary, and I believe it was called a ball. Yankton a chance to extend their lead here. As that one, good for a strike. Now we're even up at 1-1 in the count. The 1-1 pitch, a grounder hit by Gary. It goes over to first, scooped up. They'll tag first, but it will score Brenna Elwood for a second run for Yankton. Brenna Elwood scores. Reese Gary, the sacrifice ground out, over to first for out number 1, and Eliza Gurney up to the plate here. Faces 1 out, no runners on, and on deck, the top of Yankton's lineup with Callie Koletsky. Koletsky popped out earlier in the game. No swing there, ball 1. So Yankton 2 runs off of 2 hits so far in the game. Eliza Gurney at the plate. Sits on another one, ball 2. Every time she's batted so far today, she has reached base, looking to continue that trend here. She was the lone batter of last game who didn't get a hit 4 times. As now finding the zone is Roscup. 2 balls, 1 strike here. Roscup sends it in, and Gurney fouls it straight back, 2-2 the count. If you know anybody who would enjoy watching this game, you can certainly share the link with them. Otherwise, just let them know it's on Yankton streaming on YouTube. I appreciate you tuning in here today, whether for the Dakota Valley game, this game, or both. And that one, again, high, makes the count full. Payoff pitch coming up here from Roscup. Sends it in, and it misses low. Gurney is walked and keeps up her streak of reaching base. So Callie Koletsky now will step up to the plate. Koletsky at the plate. Ava Gerard on deck. Gurney on first. 1 out here as certainly trying to get that bunt put down. It's fouled off, 0-1. Muth shouts out some numbers. And we'll see how that affects our game. 0-1 the count here. Koletsky gets a good piece of it, but fouls it off. Would have been right down that third base line. Could have been trouble, and certainly feel like would have been extra bases for her had it stayed fair. And you see a complete shift by the left fielder all the way towards that sideline, and Kenzie Zobel. Lots of grass now between left and center. That one comes in high, ball 1. You know, usually if you see a shift, everyone's going to kind of shift. Right now, that's not the case, so left center is wide open. The right base hit could cause trouble if it's placed correctly. 1-2 your count, and a base hit through into left field for Callie Koletsky with 2 runners. And now after saying all of that, well, Zobel was placed perfectly for where it was hit. Ava Gerard now at the plate. 1 out, she faces runners on first and second. Yankton a 2-0 lead and a chance to make it more in the second inning. Bunt attempt for Gerard, misses on it, 0-1 now. Oh, 0-1 the count here. The pitch sent high, a wild one, and runners advance. Now the right base hit for sure scores 1, possibly 2. At the plate is Ava Gerard on deck, Jocelyn Burns. Those are the 2-3 hitters for Yankton. And that one misses low, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, and an out at the plate here. Ava Gerard looking for a base hit here and hits it hard. She does get a base hit. Into right field, it's sent. Gazelles are going to send for a second score, and they'll bring them both across. A 2 RBI single off the bat of Ava Gerard. A nice base hit there, and Yankton is rolling. Gurney will score. Koletsky will score. And Gerard now on first with Jocelyn Burns to the plate. Burns, a hard hit grounder. It gets through, didn't hit the glove. Now taking off for third is Ava Gerard. Burns will take off for second and reach safely. Gerard to third. Burns on second with a double. And Brooklyn King now at the plate. Yankton already 4 base hits in this inning. 4-0 they lead, and certainly a chance to add on. A timeout on the field for Coach Lundgren and her team. It's a Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break. Locally owned for 4 generations. Call them for water softening and purification, salt reverse osmosis needs, and bottled water. That's Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton. 5 hits in the game already for Yankton. That is their total they had from last game, as they are off to a hot start here. And we will have, I believe, a change in the circle. Yep. So Sammy Van Santen comes over from first to pitch. And we'll see Jada Rosscup. Not sure if I'm seeing her on the field right now. I believe so, yeah. She'll be one of the infielders. As we'll step aside for a moment while we figure this out. It's 4-0, Yankton leads. When we return, Brooklyn King at the plate.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
And back to the field here. Brooklyn King will now face off against Sammy Van Santen, who is now in the circle. Originally, Rosscup was in the circle. She'll move to second base as Brooklyn King gets it right away. It's a grounder over to shortstop, and she'll be thrown out, but another run will come across here for Yankton. As I was saying, Jada Rosscup has moved to second, and Delia Duke Blanchard, who was at second, is now at first. Ava Gerard scores. Jocelyn Burns to third. Brooklyn King will ground out, and now Madison Musfelt at the plate. A lot to get in right there as I'll work on getting that graphic changed real quick. Musfelt sits on it, 0-1. 5-0 Yankton leads here early on in the top of the second inning. Musfelt, 1 for 1, had a nice line drive in the first inning of action, looking to repeat that and score her runner. Next one comes across just above the plate, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Musfelt fouls it back, 1-2, it makes the count. She's got Burns on third. Would love to score her. One error in the field on each team. Only 1 led to runs. And that one a wild pitch. It gets above, and Burns is going to take off for home. Slides in safely. So Burns scores, and that just takes some pressure off of Musfelt at the plate here, who now faces a 2-2 count. That is the 5th run scored here for Yankton in this inning, giving them a 6-0 lead over Sioux Falls Christian. A wild pitch to score Burns. Musfeldt looking for base hit number 2 here today, but it will have to wait as that is strike 3, and we'll wrap up our top half of the second. Gazelles scoring 5 runs off of 4 base hits, no errors and none left on base as Sammy Van Santen took over in place of Jada Rosscup and got him out of the inning here. 6-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning.
Triple Time Rudy's on the corner of 16th and Broadway, Yankton. Stop in and check out their wide variety of items. Grab some snacks, whether you want chips, popcorn, or something sweet, they have it. Ice-cold beverages, or when you need that boost in the morning, coffee. You can also grab the best locally produced meats, meat sticks, and cheeses in the area, guaranteed fresh. For those hot days, grab a Freezy too. Get all your car needs and 5 cents off a gallon when using cash. All at Triple Time Rudy's, Yankton.
The Bonesetter Chiropractic, Yankton. I'm Dr. TJ Stotz. When you need chiropractic, we're here. We use a hands-on approach, decompression traction, electrical stimulation, acupuncture, and state-of-the-art examination techniques. We're happy to offer exercise and supplement advice as well. The Bonesetter Chiropractic, 215 Mulberry, Suite 9, Yankton. Call or text 605-401-5701. Bringing you comfort when there's discomfort.
Bottom of the second inning, it's 6-0, favoring Yankton on our Fox Stop scoreboard. Leading off will be Macy Connell for the Chargers here. On deck, Bailey Johnson with Kate Preheim in the hole. Those are the 6, 7, 8 hitters in the lineup for the Chargers. Gary sends it outside on that one. 1-1 your count. A fresh opportunity at the plate for the Chargers, who need some runs now after Yankton's 5-run second inning at the plate. 1-2 now the count here as Macy Connell stands in at the plate. Connell, the center fielder for the Chargers, so that tells you one thing, she's probably pretty fast. So if that ball's in play, she's always got a chance. 2-2 the count. Gazelles looking for a quick out here. Gary shakes off the first pitch, decides on the next one, and sends it in. A swing and a miss. Gary gets a strikeout, her first of the game. She's up to 7 total on the day. That brings up the designated player, Bailey Johnson, with Kate Preheim on deck. Thought about swinging, held off, and it will be called for ball 1. And, the scoreboard here says 0-1. I didn't see a call for strike. I didn't know if she went or not. I thought she held off. Next one, certainly a strike. So we've got either a 1-1 count or an 0-2 count. I've got 1-1. Scoreboard on the field says 0-2. We'll see. Gary's next pitch in the dirt. Misses low. It is 2 balls, 1 strike here. So we'll keep our scoreboard the same. And a grounder back over to shortstop Burns. A laser beam of a throw gets her out for number 2. 2 up, 2 down here for the Gazelles in the field. Chargers at the plate, and it brings up Kate Preheim to the plate. Preheim, a left-handed hitter for the Chargers, faces 2 outs with no runners on. It's been a good start to this game for Yankton, barring their 1 error in the field. That was the first at bat. A called strike on the first pitch here. Next one just misses 1-1. And the momentum your team can get with a 3-up, 3-down inning, certainly A lot of excitement now for the Chargers. That's the beauty of softball. You know, you're not out till you're out. You got 3 outs, and if you just keep hitting the ball, it doesn't matter. 2-1 is the count after that one. Couldn't find the zone. Same spot for Gary. 3-1 make it. The 3-1 pitch, it will be ball 4 and a walk here for Kate Preheim and the Chargers. So now Sophia O'Neill at the plate, the shortstop, and another lefty hitter here for the Chargers. Wearing number 4 here, and then on deck is the top of the Chargers lineup. Gary sends that one in, had a little zip to it, but inside it goes. And that one lofted up and will drop foul. No real chance there for the Gazelles to bring it in. One ball, one strike here. And a bunt attempt there that is fouled off. 1-2 it'll make it. One and two your count, 2 outs, a runner on first. Sophia O'Neill at the plate here for the Chargers. Yankton looking to send it to the third. The pitch from Gary, and it's a liner over to second. Catch is made, and the throw, why not? Get them both ways. The play made at second base. Let me make sure. Ava Gerard now is at second. A great play made, and that will wrap up our second inning. No runs off of no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Chargers. We head to the top of the 3rd inning of action. When we return, leading things off, the 6th hitter in Yankton's lineup, Isabel Sheldon. Keep it here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part. Earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Top of the 3rd inning, leading things off is Isabel Sheldon as Yankton leads 6-0 on our Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard. The Fox Stop at the corner of West St. Limits Road and 30th Street, Yankton, a full-service convenience store with hot food, Godfather's Pizza, personal pizza, sandwiches, munchies, and beverages. Pay at the pump, gas and diesel fuel, firewood and propane exchange. Again, we've got a different pitcher than what we opened with, as Sammy Van Santen in the circle here for the Chargers. Threw in a strike right away, and now a foul ball from Sheldon finds her down 0-2 in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Sheldon at the plate with Brenna Elwood on deck. And Sheldon hits it high up into the air. It's going to be shallow center field. No, it doesn't even make it to center field, but not enough communication by the Chargers. It drops, and since it didn't hit a glove, it's a base hit for Isabel Sheldon. The beauty of baseball and softball is that can be a hit, but then you hit an absolute rocket right at someone's glove, and unfortunately it counts against you. Brenna Elwood now for the 2nd time of the day. 1 for 1 with a triple as she fouls that one off. I tell you what, she keeps hitting the ball. She just might be put into the regular rotation here for Yankton's batting lineup. Has a runner on first, no out she faces. On deck is Reese Gary. So the 2 main pitchers for Yankton back-to-back in the lineup. That one's to the backstop. Sheldon looked like she was taking off for second either way, and now a 1-1 count with a runner on second. Sheldon at second. It's Brenna Elwood at the plate. Next one misses outside, ball 2. Two-one favoring Brenna Elwood as she grounds that one hard over to shortstop. Off the glove, it bounces, and Elwood outruns the throw. The bobble will be considered an error on the Chargers, but Yankton will take a base runner nonetheless. Now Reese Gary to the plate. Runners on first and second, no outs. As earlier in the game, she grounded out to first, but it did score a run for the Gazelles. Unless you're in a situation where it's the final inning, you're down multiple runs, you will take a run for an out every single time. Gary due up for a base hit here. Sits on it, ball 2. 2-0 your count. As the next one fired in, Gary will foul it off. 2-1 now the count. Two-one count. Gary fouls off another one. She's closing in on it. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Runners remain on first and second with no outs. Van Santen trying to get one herself. Throws it in the dirt, ball 3. And Gary lofts it up. This one nearing shallow center field once again. It's going to drop. Base is now loaded with no outs. Again, the communication, the issue for the Chargers. Sheldon advances to third. Elwood now on second. And Reese Gary with a single as it didn't hit a glove. And no, I guess they are going to count her out. I'm guessing it was an infield fly rule. And Eliza Gurney now at the plate. Runners on second and third, 1 out she faces. And that will be called for strike 1. I did not see that infield fly, but also trying to keep stats here. So looking down at my paper frequently. That one hits the outside zone, and now Gurney forced to protect at the plate. 0-2 she faces. Runners in scoring position. She was walked in her last at bat. On deck awaits Callie Koletsky. That one in the dirt, ball 1. Don't mind that miss if you're the Chargers or Sammy Van Santen. You're up 0-2. You got a couple to change in there. Gurney hits it high up into right field. Certainly a sac fly situation. Runners tag up and taking off. Each of them will advance, which will score Isabel Sheldon from third. A sac fly off the bat of Gurney. So Yankton scores again with Sheldon crossing home. Brenna Elwood now over to third. 2 outs, though. It is 7-0, and Callie Koletsky up to bat, and she's hit by the pitch, and I think that one might have gotten the elbow, and there is nothing worse than getting hit in the elbow or one of the bones on either side of your elbow. It's painful, and Callie Koletsky looks to be all right is the good news. Yankton's already lost a batter today from a pitch that hit him. Don't need another one. Ava Gerard will step up to the plate, has runners on first and third for her with 2 outs, and Koletsky looks all right, just certainly swinging her arm around. You certainly need to. As I said, that is painful. I one time got beamed on the bone above my elbow, and to tell you, I wanted to cry. It was one of the most painful things. It might have been the most painful things I've ever dealt with. They said put a compression sleeve on it and get back out there. And, well, so that's what I did. So Gerard now an opportunity here for the Gazelles, who lead 7-0. Runners on first and third, 2 out. She faces Koletsky. Without hesitation, will take second. First and third, you got a runner like Koletsky on first. You're taking second every single time. Gerard, no swing there, but it is in for a 1-1 count. Gerard also had kind of one of those blooper hits that dropped when realistically should have been caught, but one that you'll take. Sits on another one. 1-2 now the count. Jocelyn Burns awaits on deck. It's Ava Gerard at the plate now facing a 1-2 count. Hits it into right field. It drifts further. It's going to drop for a base hit. 2 are going to score for Yankton, and extra bases here as sliding back to second. Gerard does reach back safely. A 2 RBI double. Yankton controlling this game right now and a chance to take a 10-run lead. Jocelyn Burns now at the plate. Has a runner on second with 2 outs. Her first pitch she sees outside. 7 base hits for Yankton, by the way, as Burns fouls that one off. Already 2 more than all of last game, so whatever Muth told him after game certainly has worked. 1-1 the count here as Burns hits it again. That's high up. It's going to go to center field, and it will be brought in for out number 3, but a great inning nonetheless for Yankton, who puts up 3 runs off of 2 hits, 1 error in the field, and 1 left on base. Headed to the bottom of the 3rd inning, Chargers bats got some work to do, as leading things off will be the top of their lineup, Taylor Dittman. When we return, it's 9-0, Yankton leads.
Authentic Mexican food goods with the family touch is here in Yankton at Angela's Mexican Store. From fresh produce and meats to the spices and the snacks you miss from home. Traveling or just moved? No problem. They accept money from many different countries. Check out the different kinds of money on the wall. Family owned, family loved. They treat you like family. Angela's Mexican Store, where culture meets community. Stop in today.
Les Schwab Tires, located at 2809 Broadway in Yankton. It's the place to buy tires with all different tread types to fit your needs and rims ready to make your vehicle shine. Not only do they sell tires, they fix them too. Flats, brakes, alignments, and more. You can feel confident that your car will be taken care of. No waiting for your tires, they should have them in stock. If you're looking for tractor or semi-tires, those are available too. Les Schwab Tires, where the sign says it all.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, the Gazelles leading 9-0, looking for a win here on a Friday afternoon. Leading things off will be Taylor Dittman for Sioux Falls Christian. Jada Roskup on deck and Delia Duke-Blanchard in the hole. First pitch just inside, ball 1. Dittman reached off the error in her first at-bat. That was the first at-bat for the Chargers, and it was just coming into it off a game where Yankton had a handful, 7 errors to be exact. A little worrisome when you see that. Dittman right back up the middle. Gary snags it this time, puts it over to first for out number 1. Gary, the quick reflexes, and 1 up, 1 down as Jada Roskup now at the plate. And into the field in right field, September Rao has come in place of Isabel Sheldon. We'll see if she hits in her place as well or not. As an out here and a foul ball out of play it goes for Jada Roskup. So 0 on the count here. Roskup awaits the next one from Gary. And right back up the middle. Gary stops it. Over at third. Do they get the throw? No. And I'm just happy to see Gary. All right, and that one right at her. Glad to see it hit the glove. And you can live with a base runner here in this situation. That is going to be a base hit for Roscup, as that was a reaction, not a error. That will be the first base hit, by the way, for the Chargers here. So a base runner on with Jada Roscup and Delia Duke Blanchard now at the plate. On deck, Sammy Van Santen. That one low and in the dirt. And Hannah Chrisman blocks it forward. And want to give some props to Hannah Chrisman, who's done a great job behind home plate. Big shoes to fill with Kyra Churchman not playing, but Chrisman has filled in greatly. Will now throw it down to first. That will be a strike on the pitch. And Gary back to work here in the circle. As sends in the 2-1 over to third. Scooped up cleanly by Elwood, and an error on the throw to second. It made it in time, but it was not caught. So Yankton in error as Jada Roscup reaches off the second off the error, and then Delia Duke Blanchard reaches off a fielder's choice for the second time here of the game. Now the cleanup hitter, Sammy Van Santen, at the plate. She's also the pitcher now as Chrisman blocks the ball forward. Again, just got done praising her, and again keeps it in front. As a catcher, you can't avoid every single stolen base, but what you can do is keep that ball in front of you. Every now and then a wild pitch can get by, but a great job there keeping it in front. As Gary's next one is hit hard into left center. That's going to be a gapper. Gets through, and it's a base hit for the Chargers, who now have bases loaded with one out only. If you're wondering, when I played baseball, I was a catcher, so I'll always show some love to the ones behind home plate. It's a tough job. Not everyone can do it. Kenzie Zobel now at the plate here. Macy Connell on deck, but bases loaded, just one out. Chargers, a great opportunity for them to try and put up some runs. Nowhere to put the batter. That one misses. Ball one. The 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. If Yankton can get it out here without giving up a run, they'll certainly be feeling good about their chances. Zobel grounded out to third earlier. The off-speed pitch got her. Gary with a good one there. 1-2 now the count. And Zobel a little frustrated with herself at the plate. Now the 1-2 pitch as that one lofted up and out of play it goes. One ball, two strikes, and out, and bases are loaded. Infield is playing in case they have to send it to 4. The next pitch, a hard hit line drive. It's caught. Burns makes the play, and then over to third. A double play to wrap up our inning here as Yankton avoids giving up any runs there. Kenzie Zobel lines out to shortstop. Jada Roscup caught at third, so it'll be no runs off of 2 hits, 1 error in the field, and 2 left on base for the Chargers. We head into the top of the 4th inning, a 9-0 lead for the Gazelles as you watch that replay, brought to you by Yankton Wind Nelson, second-generation family-owned and supporting the local community, including Yankton Athletics since 1981. It's Gazelle Softball on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
MT and RC Smith Insurance has been a part of the Yankton community since 1949. Our agency would love to help you with your home, auto, business, life, and long-term care insurance needs.
We take pride in providing you with quality service when you have a claim or need to make changes to your coverage.
The MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency is flexible to meet with you in person or at the office at 204 West 4th Street. Give them a call for insurance changes, payments, claims, or service requests.
And leading off our top of the fourth inning, it'll be Brooklyn King for Yankton with Madison Musfelt on deck, and we'll see as King grounder over to shortstop, fielded cleanly, but an error on the throw. King is going to tear off for second, runs into the umpire, and is now going to be out at second, and unfortunately, you got to think if she doesn't run into that ump, she's probably safe, and they'll change it to safe, so almost feels like that's maybe okay, fair enough, we get the point. So reaching off the error is Brooklyn King. She'll be on second. So that will be error number 3 now on the Chargers. 2 for Yankton. At the plate now, Madison Musfelt has a runner on second. No out she faces, and Sammy Van Santen continues pitching here for the Chargers. First pitch was high, ball 1. Next one, in for a strike. The 1-1 count here. Musfelt is swing and a miss. Make it 1-2. And Musfelt, no swing there. She'll be rung up for strike 3. And Van Santen gets strikeout number 2 in the game. It will be September Rao stepping up to the plate here in place of Isabel Sheldon. So she has substituted her both in the field and at the plate. Haven't seen Rao for the last few games here. And back in varsity action at the plate here. Has a runner on second with 1 out. Takes a cut at the first one, 0-1 as it's fouled off. Now, Rao had quite the memorable first at bat for varsity this season. It was in Brookings, and Yankton was trailing in the final inning. Just needed anything to get rolling, and so Rao was put in as a new hitter. I don't remember who she replaced, but comes in, hits a double, and got things rolling, and Yankton ended up sending that one to extra innings. Rao now facing an 0-2 count here against Van Santen. And hits it hard. That one's going into left center. It's going to drop for extra bases. Headed for home here, Brooklyn King. September Rao is going to take off for third. She's got speed, and she reaches safely. A little bit of an awkward slide, but it'll do. September Rao an RBI triple. And Yankton officially with a 10-run lead. So now hitting, we've got another sub. It will not be Brenna Elwood, it'll be Jordan Kudera. So Jordan Kudera, her first varsity at bat here, and again, I apologize. I do not have the graphic made for Kudera for at the plate. She'll sit on the first one, a called strike 1. Coming up, our mid-game stat break brought to you by Grassland Heating and Cooling. That'll be at the close of this half inning. And next one misses outside, ball 1. I believe we have a new batter on deck as well. Trying to see from here from my angle. Basically got a pole right in my way, but it did not look like it was Reese Gary. Kudera gets a piece of it. Shallow right field as it drops, and Rao is going to take off for home. Did she tag up? They'll say no, and it's a double play. Chargers get out of this one. So Kudera will fly out for out number 2, and then Rao out number 3. Didn't tag up, but Yankton with 1 run off of 1 hit 1 error, and then none left on base. Sioux Falls Christian back at the plates when we return. No, excuse me. We've got our mid-game stat breakdown here, brought to you by Grassland Heating and Cooling, your local Bosch home comfort dealer. Welcome to the family. As we'll tally up our stats real quick, we've had plenty of them. And we'll get that on your screen as we enter the bottom of the fourth. We are officially at the halfway point, but in this one, Yankton leads 10-0, and large part because the bats are rolling. 8 hits to 2 for Yankton compared to Sioux Falls Christian. 2 errors in the field for the Gazelles to 5 on the Chargers. 3 runners left on base for Yankton to 5 on Sioux Falls Christian. And of course the records, Yankton 3-8, Sioux Falls Christian 3-7. Both teams looking for victory number 4 on the season. Yankton right now doing everything they can to try and get win number 4 and certainly have a nice start to it. Game's not over, of course. As leading off here is Macy Connell for the Chargers, who are looking for their first run here, and a sign of bunt is that one. She pulled back, it's outside. (1-0) the count here. Gary will send it back in, and Connell, the bunt attempt, back into the glove of Chrisman. So 1-1 the count here. The thing you got to pay attention to is the Chargers are going to need a run between this inning and next to keep this game going. That one misses inside, ball 2. Connell struck out in her first at bat, looking for an early base runner here, as it's the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the lineup for the Chargers to open this one. That one fouled off but bounced off of Connell's leg, and now a 2-2 count she faces. And probably not too upset that that one ended up hitting her, as a decent chance you get thrown on at first, and now new life here for Connell as she sits on that one. A close one, but ball 3, count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, no runners. It's the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 4th inning. Reese Gary firing away, sends it in, a grounder over to third. Elwood picks it up and gets a good throw for out number 1. Tell you what, Brenna Elwood overall has just played extremely well, both in the field at third base and hitting-wise. I would not be surprised to see her a regular player on the field at the varsity level here for Yankton. Bailey Johnson now steps up to the plate. On deck, Kate Preheim. A swing and a miss on the off-speed. Gary's had a few of those where the batter way ahead of it because they're used to her normal speed, and right now it's just working. And the next one in the dirt. One's across the board, 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. No runners on here. Bailey Johnson grounded out in her last at bat to shortstop. That one comes across low, 2-1 the count. Again, it's Kate Preheim awaiting on deck. Sophia O'Neill in the hole. For sure, Johnson and Preheim getting an at bat. We'll see about O'Neill. That one sent outside, 3-1 now the count. And through 10 1/3 innings pitched, Reese Gary with 4 total walks, but 1 pitch away here from picking up number 5. And it won't be, but a base hit here for Bailey Johnson. Puts it into center field, and she's got a single. The bats have come around here a little bit for the Chargers. First 2 innings, no hits, and last inning and the start of this one already 3. Kate Preheim now at the plate. Takes a low, ball 1. Next one is fouled off towards the Gazelles dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike here. 1-1 your count here as Kate Preheim at the plate was walked in her last at bat. Takes a low ball too. Bailey Johnson remains on first here as a runner. And again, a low pitch here. And it seems like just kind of this inning, Gary, a little bit low on some of these pitches, and you wonder if that fatigue is taking any kind of play in this. The 3-1 gets it down the middle for a 3-2 count. A payoff pitch here for Reese Gary working against Kate Preheim. The 3-2, it's fouled off and out of play. So Preheim fighting in there at the plate, working with 2 against her. Another 3-2 pitch on the way here for Reese Gary. Winds up, sends it in, and again, fouled off. About the same exact spot. This time doesn't quite get over the backstop. And another payoff pitch coming up here. Three-two the count. It's sent in, and it's outside, ball 4. And Kate Preheim, a great at-bat there for her second walk of the game. And Sophia O'Neill now steps up to the plate with Taylor Dittman in the top of the Chargers lineup on deck. Yankton would love to get an out here as they then send it to the top of the lineup. Fresh count here, runners on first and second with just 1 out. A bunt right in front of home plate, and reaching safely will be Sophia O'Neill as the throw down to first, I believe, hit Nelson. Or O'Neill, excuse me. So Johnson to third, Preheim to second, and now on first is Sophia O'Neill. That will count as an error. Number 3 now for Yankton. So 6 total errors in the game, 3 on each side. Taylor Dittman at the plate here. Base is loaded, 1 out, and she is the top of her team's lineup. First pitch well high, ball 1. And Yankton, a little bit of pressure defensively here. As even though you've got that 10-run lead, base is loaded with less than 2 outs. Can certainly get a team right back into a game. That one hit hard, sent deep back into center field as it's going to bounce off the fence. Dittman got all of that one as 2 will come across on a double. On a shorter field, that one's out of here. That one went a distance for Dittman. And the Chargers officially on the board. Johnson scores, Preheim scores, O'Neill to third, and Taylor Dittman standing on second with her double. And Yankton's going to call time, and they are going to switch. Looks like Brenna Elwood in the circle here for Yankton will step aside, and when we return, the remainder of the bottom of the 4th inning.
Craving something boss level delicious? Come out to Boss Pizza and Chicken, where flavor meets delicious and delicious meets drooling. Your taste buds won't be the same when you taste the bold flavors of Boss Pizza and Chicken. From crispy chicken to juicy burgers to handcrafted specialty pizzas, Boss has it all. Serving lunch and dinner Monday through Sunday starting at 11 o'clock. That's why they're the boss. Boss Pizza and Chicken, just waiting to crush your cravings.
Warmer days are coming, and sooner or later your air conditioning will need to kick in as well. But what if it doesn't? Well, don't wait. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling. With 43 years in the business, we're very knowledgeable on what we do and how we serve our customers. You can rest assured that when you call day or night, someone will always pick up the call. Join our elite club today and become a priority member. Skip the line, get discounts on services, and have no overtime fees. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling for expert service from factory-trained technicians.
And Brenna Elwood now firing in there for the Gazelles, in relief of Reese Gary, who finishes with 3 1/3 innings pitched in this one, 10 1/3 innings pitched on the day in total. So a new pitcher sometimes can just switch things up, as that one to the backstop. It was behind Jada Roscup, who's at the plate. Runners will stay put. And as I said about catching, that's one you'll give them a pass on. Nothing you can do about that one. Just quick, get to it, and make sure they don't score, which is what Yankton did here. Elwood, it's right back up the middle, picked up at second. The throw would have made it in time, but an error at first. So O'Neill scores, Dittman over to third, and Roscup reaches on the error. Yankton now up to 4 errors, 11 on the day. Delia Duke Blanchard now batting with Sammy Van Santen on deck. A 1-3 situation here as Sioux Falls Christian, with their third run scored, take off for second. The throws to third. And now a 2-3 situation in the field for Yankton. Foul ball there, 0-2, as Blanchard, a big cut at that one. And the next one in low for a ball. The next one, a swing and a miss. Elwood's got a strikeout. Brenna Elwood, a huge strikeout there as Sioux Falls Christian is working their way back into this one. 10-3 they trail, and Sammy Van Santen now at the plate. Runners on second and third for her. She is the cleanup hitter. A hard hit grounder off of the glove of Burns at shortstop. The recovery. She's got her at first. A ground out from Van Santen for out number 3. Some disagreement from the Chargers side, but it will be 3 runs off of 2 hits, 2 errors, and 2 left on base for the Chargers. We head into the 5th inning. It's 10-3, Gazelles lead.
Slumberland Furniture at 2401 Broadway in Yankton, home of Kirkland Furniture Group's, bedroom groups by Laguna, and dining sets by Tower and Catadel. They're also the only place to offer furniture by Flex Steel and the biggest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. The Mattress Gallery is full of the best brand name mattresses in the business, including the all-new Tempur-Pedic Active Breeze personalized climate-controlled mattress. Slumberland Furniture, dining, bedroom sets, and mattresses in Yankton.
Top of the 5th inning, it is 10-3. Yankton currently leads, and we do have another hitter. We've got Keely Mosier stepping in place of Reese Gary. And we'll see if Eliza Gurney's on deck or not. We've seen a lot of changes here in the batting lineup specifically for Yankton. So Keely Mosier going to get an opportunity at the plate. Fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Got a piece of the first one. Now looking to put it in play. That pitch outside. 1-1 your count. Mosier, no swing, and that one about as close as it gets. 2-1 the count now as it's called for a ball. The 2-1, that's low for ball 3. So Mosier looking to be a runner here. as she grounds that one over to first, and pretty much just stepping right on first there. Play is made by Delia Duke Blanchard. And Eliza Gurney will still be in the lineup here for the Gazelles. 1 out, no runners on, she faces. Gets an immediate piece of it, sends it over to left field, and it's caught for a quick out number 2. Hit the ball well, just right into the glove of the fielder in left field, and that would be Kenzie Zobel. As now we've got Brooke Devine batting here at the varsity level. And Brooke Devine, another one I'm going to have to make an at-the-plate graphic for, as was not listed on the Go-Bound roster until not so long ago. But she's had a really good few JV games in a row, and now gets an opportunity on varsity. 1-0 the count. 2 out she faces, no runners on. And now it's sent in high, ball 2. Now a 3-0 count. So just some new names we've seen in batting here for Yankton. Brooke Devine, Jordan Cooter, Keely Mosier. As she gets walked in 4, we got a base runner in Brooke Devine. And Ava Gerard will step up to the plate here. Two outs and a runner on first. Devine's going to take off for second, and she's going to take that. Ball 1 off of the pitch to Ava Gerard. Next one in for a strike, 1-1 your count. I think it's actually Olivia Puck batting. And that one for ball 2. I just hear Muth shouting, come on, number 9. So without realizing they both got a jacket on, can be hard to tell. A 2-1 count, now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And a runner on second, Olivia Puck now batting. And she will sit on a called strike 3. And that will wrap up our top of the 5th inning. Yankton in this one. No runs off of no errors, no hits, and 1 left on base. As that sends us to the bottom of the 5th inning of action. Sioux Falls Christian keeps Yankton scoreless in that inning. And leading things off when we return, Kenzie Zobel.
Doctors Lane, Reed, and Cole Swatsky make up the SWAT Chiropractic team. Check out their new location at 2000 Summit Street, Yankton, South Dakota. At SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, they'll treat your neck and back pain, headaches and migraines, plantar fasciitis, sciatica, sports injuries, elbow, knee, rotator cuff, nerve injuries, and more. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy. Let them get you ready for wherever life leads you.
It's the bottom of the 5th inning. Gazelles hanging on to a 10-3 lead. Chargers put up all 3 runs in their last inning at the plate. And leading things off will be Kenzie Zobel with Macy Connell on deck. In the hold, Bailey Johnson. Kenzie Zobel 0 for 2 in today's game, has grounded out twice. Looking for her first base hit here, and wanted that one but held off wisely. That one was well up. That one inside for ball 2. Chargers, again, anything but out of this game. Get a few base runners here, and things could be looking a lot different here for Sioux Falls Christian. As a hard-hit grounder, Burns dives to grab it. The throw is not going to make it in time. A great effort by Burns, but that will be a base hit for the Chargers. Kenzie Zobel simply just runs it out. Macy Connell now at the plate here. Has a runner on first and no outs. Again, it kind of feels like the bats for the Chargers are starting to come to life as that one flown out and caught at second. Brenna Elwood in the circle here for Yankton. And she's done a nice job when she comes in relief at the varsity level. Also pitches frequently at the JV level. And now Bailey Johnson up to the plate. She's 1 for 2 in this one. A swing and a miss there. 0-1 it makes the count. And that one fouled off into the backstop, makes it an 0-2 count. And that last inning for the Chargers was huge because had they not put up those 3 runs, they would be forced to need a run in this inning because at one point Yankton led by 10, and the rule is after 5 innings, if a team leads by 10, that's ball game. The 0-2, a line drive off the bat of Johnson. She's got back-to-back base hits. Over to second move Zobel, Bailey Johnson on first. 2 base hits in each of the last 3 innings now for the Chargers, and they can add to that total here in the 5th. And by the way, it is Reese Gary on third. Her and Brenna Elwood a clean swap. Kate Preheim working at the plate here. As I'm not sure if we had a timeout or what's going on. We got number 23 at the plate. That's Bailey Johnson and Preheim. Did they hit out of order? Or did I have their jersey numbers mixed up, I think? I've got Bailey Johnson as 23 and Preheim as 21. According to my sheet, Bailey Johnson is on first, but whoever's on first is wearing 21. I wonder if that's the confusion here on the field for the Yankton coaches as well. As we're trying to figure out what's going on here. I have no, if they hit out of order, I have no idea what the official ruling on that would be. If you just say, nope, that doesn't count, we'll start where we're supposed to, or? Still talking things over here with the coaches and the umpires, so I'm going to step aside here. When we return, we'll figure out who the heck's batting.
There's a whole new world out there. It's called the off-road, and it's waiting to be explored in a Polaris. So gear up to make every moment count with the Polaris off-road vehicle. The new Polaris models are now available at Stockman's Motorsports in Yankton. No matter the weather, get ready to tackle all the trails. With machines like these, your world just gets bigger. Stop in at Stockman's Motorsports today to learn more about the epic new Polaris off-road lineup.
Imagine working for a successful global business with customers in 140 countries. That's Vishay Intertechnology, a Fortune 1000 maker of electronic componentry. Now imagine a company of that size with that kind of stability and a caring family-like environment. Learn more about what you can do at Vishay by visiting VishayCareers.com. Vishay is an equal opportunity employer. Vishay, the DNA of tech.
And back to the field. We'll see if we're just going to run it as normal. Runners on first and second, one out here. I think they might have just hit out of order. That one is low. Ball one. And that one off of the glove at third for Gary. Gurney's going to have to sprint in from left field. The throw to home isn't going to make it in time. It's a base hit and a score here for Sioux Falls Christian, who brings it within 6 now. I'm not really sure what happened. Either way, they both got base hits, so guess no harm, no foul, but I feel like they hit out of order. I don't think I've ever seen that. That or my numbers are wrong on my sheet. That's probably the more likely option. Sophia O'Neill now at the plate here. As she tried putting down the bunt, and did they say if she offered or not? And 0-1 the count. They're going to say no, she didn't go. And Coach Muth calls a timeout, and she wants to talk with it because I certainly looked like an offer there. So now another break in play. This half inning really has been a lengthier one, and not because the ball is just getting hit a lot, but we've had a couple of timeouts and breaks, and back in action we go. It's just been a little confusing. Sophia O'Neill now at the plate here in the top of the Chargers lineup on deck. And Elwood trips over while trying to pick it up. An error and a sacrifice bunt leads to another score for the Chargers and another error for Yankton, who's up to 5. Johnson or Preheim scores one of the two, and the other of the two now on third. And Sophia O'Neill reaches off an error. It is 5-10. It was 10-0 just moments ago, and the Chargers are working their way back into it, making it interesting. 1 out, a 1-3 situation. At the plate is Taylor Dittman. In her last at bat, she hit it off the fence in center field. Fouls off the first pitch against Brenna Elwood. Dittman is the final batter who has not faced Elwood until right now. An 0-1 count she faces with runners on first and third. Took a big cut at that one, 0-2 now the count, and it's not uncommon. You get a great base hit like she did last time and trying to replicate it and get a little swing happy. They say after a home run, you know what happens your next at bat? You strike out. We'll see here if Dittman can answer it. Holds off on that one, 1-2 the count. She's hit the ball every at bat, though. Now facing a, I believe, 1-2 count. And that one is going to be hit up into right field. It goes. The sliding effort for Rao won't be in time. And it's 6-10, the Chargers storming right back. Sophia O'Neill on second. Taylor Dittman, her second base hit of the game, and now Jada Roskup at the plate. 4 hits in this inning already for the Chargers. And now we got another stoppage as I think a courtesy runner probably would be most likely, as Dittman the catcher. And there we go. Ashlyn Wright will stand in her place. Jada Roscup at the plate here as runners on first and second, facing just one out. Yankton really needs to get that second out here. They got an out early in the inning, and now it's just been good hitting for the Chargers. That one comes across high, ball one. And that one lofted up. It's going to drop fair into right field. Rouse sprints in, and another score for Sioux Falls Christian. It's 10-7 now. Everything is going the Chargers' way. O'Neill scores. Dittman to second. Well, Ashlyn Wright's in place of Dittman, and Jada Roscup with her second base hit of the game. Again, it's really just been good hitting for Sioux Falls Christian. Burns bobbled it at shortstop, but does get the runner at second. Now 1-3 situation with 2 outs. Delia Duke Blanchard reaches off the fielder's choice. Out at second is Jada Roscup, and Taylor Dittman advances to third. Now at the plate, Sammy Van Zanten. And a steal for second. As Blanchard will reach safely. Van Zanten looking to bring her team even closer. It's 10-7 and hits that one sky high. Yankton is able to pull it in. Burns catches it, and that wraps up the 5th inning of action. We've only got 2 more innings here, barring extra innings. 4 runs for the Chargers off of 5 hits, 1 error in the field, and 2 left on base. Yankton needs a good answer here in the top of the 6th inning. When we return, leading things off for the Gazelles will be the shortstop, number 2, Jocelyn Burns, here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Top of the 6th inning, we've got a good one. 10-7, Gazelles leading the Chargers. As I said when it was 10-0, this game is not over, and the Chargers prove that. They have worked their way back into it, and Yankton saw a similar situation on Tuesday against Mitchell. Had a decent lead. They had built up a 9-run lead, and then all of a sudden, Mitchell brought it back within 2. Burns at the plate here. Takes a ball 1. She's 1 for 3 with a double in this game. Now ball 2. It feels like momentum has totally shifted over to Sioux Falls Christian. 7 unanswered runs for them between the last inning and a half. Burns fouls that one up and out of play. 2-1 the count. Two balls, 1 strike here. It's sent in. Burns fouls it again. Similar spot. It might stay in play, and it's out of play. Effort made over at first by Delia Duke Blanchard, and got awfully near that fence, and, well, she knew it. She made sure to not run any further. And Burns a line drive to left field. She's got her second base hit of the game. She'll be standing on first with a single. A base runner for Yankton. And again, momentum I feel like has shifted towards Sioux Falls Christian. And looking to get it back here are the Gazelles as Brooklyn King steps up to the plate. The pitch, King, swing and a miss. Oh, 1 the count here for King. 0 for 2 in the game, but did get walked in her first at bat. As she puts that one into play and into shallow right center, diving effort off of the glove. It bounces. Yankton a couple of base runners off the error. And tough error to credit to as it was a diving effort, but in and out of the glove it bounced. Madison Musfelt now at the plate, has runners on first and second here. No outs. As we've now reached 9 errors in the game. Musfelt puts a bunt right in front of home plate, and no throw over to first. It'll count as a base hit. Base is loaded with no outs here for the Gazelles. September Rao back to the plate. Her last at bat was a triple. She'd love to do that again as a Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break here on the field as Coach Lundgren out talking with her team, trying to let them know it's all right. You know, even though base is loaded, no outs, we can still get out of this without any damage. We'll see, though, as September Rao waits to get up to the plate, and the Chargers still talking things over. And we will step aside here for a moment as nope, looks like they're going to break. We'll keep it right here. September Rao, a chance for some RBIs here, and even if you hit it deep into the outfield, you can get an RBI. We'll see, though, for Rao. Made great contact in her last at bat, looking to do the same exact thing here. 1 for 1 in the game today with a triple. Takes a swing, misses that 1-0-1. September not a picky hitter at the plate. As she fouls that one up and out of play, now she is facing an 0-2 count. Will have to protect. Just needs one good one here. On deck, I believe it is Jordan Kudera here for Yankton. Rao with an 0-2 count as that one hit right back up front, and they'll get the lead runner. Back up to Van Santen as Jocelyn Burns will be out number 1 at home. Brooklyn King advances to third, Musfelt to second, and reaching by fielder's choice is September Rao. And no, it will be Brenna Elwood back in hitting as Jordan Kudera batted for her last time. But Elwood, another opportunity at the plate. Elwood is 1 for 2 off a triple, also reached on an error. Takes a called strike 1. And the next one comes in high, ball 1. Now nowhere to put the hitter here. Chargers looking to get out of this sticky situation. They got the first, now they need 2 more. Elwood fouls that one back out of play. It goes 1-2 the count. One ball, 2 strikes. Van Santen sends it in. Brenna Elwood sends it right back out to right field. It goes. An RBI single, and taking off for home and scoring is Madison Musfelt. A two-run single hit off the bat of Brenna Elwood. 2 RBIs in Yankton, back to putting up runs. 12-7 it makes the game. 3 hits in this inning for the Gazelles as Reese Gary at the plate. And Elwood takes second base. 1 out, runners on second and third here for Yankton, who's now up to a 5-run lead. As that one from Gary, it's going to go into right field off the glove, an error, and it will score one here for Yankton. 13-7 they lead. Elwood stays put at second. Gary reaches off the error. And Eliza Gurney now at the plate. 1 out she faces with 2 runners on and hits that one high up. And not sure where that ended up. Shortstop. So Gurney flies out, and now Callie Koletsky back up to the plate. That one off the bat. Could not tell or see where that one went. And Callie Koletsky going to hit again here. Now she faces 2 outs. Runners on first and second. 11 base hits for Yankton. 13 runs have scored. Koletsky, did she go? Or did she? Yes, they'll say she went, so strike 1. Oh, 1-year count here, and Koletsky into right field. That one goes, and it will be caught for out number 3. Yankton in that inning able to put up 3 runs off of 3 hits, 1 error, and just 1 left on base. Bottom of the 6th inning coming up here, and the Chargers narrowed the gap. It's back up to 6. 13-7 your score. When we return, leading off again will be Kenzie Zobel.
I knew I should have had those brakes checked at Graham Tire. It's all about safety. Tire mounting, balancing, wheel alignment, and shocks and struts and batteries, oil changes, and lube service. Graham Tire does these every day. And there's over an acre of tires. Graham Tire has them all, big and small. Tires for cars, trucks, campers, trailers, big rigs, and tracks. Honesty and integrity is a matter of pride since 1951. Graham Tire, Yankton.
1.5 innings to go here today. Yankton trying to hang on and pull off a victory over Sioux Falls Christian here. Chargers trailed 10-0, brought it back within 3. Now are down 6, but their bats have been rolling. Over the last 2 innings, put up 7 runs off of 7 hits as they look to continue that. Kenzie Zobel in with Macy Connell on deck. That one hit right away, fouled up towards the left field side, and out of play it goes. You know, and this Sioux Falls Christian team does not feel like a 3-7 team at the Class A level. I feel like certainly better than what their record shows. 0-1 now, a foul hit up, and it's going to be out of play yet again. Oh, 2 the count here as Kenzie Zobel leading things off in this inning for the Chargers. A hard hit line drive. That'll get through to left field. Chargers get a much-needed base runner for base hit number 10 there. So Zobel in her last 2 back-to-back base hits. It brings up Macy Connell to the plate. And so on deck is Bailey Johnson. So they did hit out of order last time around. The more you know, I guess. They both hit the same thing about, so. Connell at the plate. They'll say she didn't go. Ball 1. Macy Connell looking for her first base hit in the game. as a runner on first was Zobel. Takes a cut at that one, misses 1-1. Next one comes in low, gets to the backstop, and taking off for second, reaching is Zobel. And Yankton, it's been a little bit of a struggle in the field here today. 12 total errors and not helping out the pitchers very much. But they're going to need to have some good defense here to close out this game as that one comes in for ball 3 for Connell. Bailey Johnson awaits on deck with Kate Preheim in the hole. That one makes it a full count, 3-2. And a line drive fouled off towards first base, and Connell will stay in for at least one more. Getting down to crunch time here for these teams, as it's the bottom of the 6th inning. 1.5 innings remain in this one. And it's hit up and back out of play. So hanging in there is Macy Connell, just forcing Elwood to fire strike after strike. And that one will be ball 4. So 2 runners here for Sioux Falls Christian. As Macy Connell reaches off the walk. That is Elwood's first walk of the game. And Bailey Johnson up to the plate. She's got 2 runners on and no outs in the game. She's 2 for 3. It's been a nice day at the plate for her as that one low and outside, ball 1. And the next one about the same spot, ball 2. Two-0 your count here. Brenna Elwood fires it in. No swing, but that is a strike. 2-1 your count. Swing and a miss there, make it 2-2. And Yankton, again, just feeling like got to get some outs here. And Sioux Falls Christian has certainly been hitting the ball well as of the last few innings. As that one held off, but her bat got just enough in the way it's fouled off. Count stays the same, would have been a full count otherwise. Two the count, now 3-2 as it's low and away. Count is full yet again. Yankton looking for out number 1 here in this inning. The payoff pitch here, a grounder right back up to Elwood. Picks it up, she's able to get the out at first, runners advance. So Kate Preheim now at the plate here on deck. Sophia O'Neill. Runners on second and third, 1 out. Now how these last 2 innings have went, Chargers have capitalized on those runners getting around. We'll see if they can continue that or if Yankton will hang on here. That one hit up and a chance at it, but just out of reach for anyone on the Gazelles. 0-1 the count as it's fouled. And Preheim back in. Sits on it, 1-1. As we've now hit 6 o'clock, a game that started at 4:10 here at Sherman Park. And a swing and a miss, 1-2 the count. That one fouled straight back. Count stays the same. Just feels like a huge at bat here right now with runners on second and third. Can Yankton get that second out, or the Chargers going to score some runs? That one outside, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Runners on second and third. It's Kate Preheim at the plate with Sophia O'Neill on deck. On third is Kenzie Zobel with Macy Connell on second, as another foul ball keeps this a 2-2 count. Another 2-2 pitch coming up. Elwood sends it in, and we're going to get another one. It's fouled off yet again. Preheim doing a nice job of forcing Elwood to just keep throwing the ball. Two and two, the count remains. And a swing and a miss. Elwood wins this matchup and gets out number 2. A big one for the Gazelles. So now Sophia O'Neill at the plate, 0 for 3, but has reached twice off an error. Runners on second and third. 2 outs here. If Yankton can get away or out of this without giving up any runs, as a wild pitch gets to the backstop, the tag looked like it was there, but in and out of the glove. A score here for the Chargers off the wild pitch. Zobel comes across. It's back to a 5-run game. Macy Connell over to third. Your count at 1-0. That one low and outside, ball 2. The 2-0, now 3-0. On deck awaits Taylor Dittman, who's 2 for 4, has reached on her last 2 at-bats. O'Neill facing a 3-0 count, as she will. Not sure she pulled back the bunt, which I think that bunt sign was probably supposed to be just a pull back just to kind of, I don't know, get in the way of Elwood, but held it out, and 3-1 the count. No swing there, but Elwood again fires in a strike. Count full again. And if Elwood can manage a strikeout here, Yankton will certainly feel good about their chances. Elwood, the payoff pitch here with 2 outs as it's hit up, and Elwood will bring it in for out number 3. That wraps up our 6th inning. We've got 1 more to go here as 1 run off of 1 hit for the Chargers. No errors in the field and 1 left on base as we enter the 7th inning of action. 13-8, Yankton leads this one. When we return, leading things off will be Ava Gerard for the Gazelles.
Midwest Insurance Agency values family. Our agency has been family-run for over 60 years. We pride ourselves on excellent, knowledgeable customer service. This day and age, everyone is so eager to have an immediate response with a quote. But at Midwest Insurance, we take our time and evaluate your assets and make sure you are properly insured. We take those what-ifs very seriously. As we continue on our family business with hopes of our children, Brooke or Jet, taking over in the future, we will continue to be there for you always. Come be a part of our family. Midwest Insurance Agency, 3016 Piper Street, Yankton.
Top of the 7th inning here, Ava Gerard at the plate. Yankton would certainly like some additional runs to boost their chances, but currently a 5-run lead. We had a lot of subs in there in that lineup, and kind of back to the original lineup now for Yankton as Gerard, no swing, but it's good for strike one. The 0-1 pitch here, low for ball one. Appreciate you tuning in here throughout the day. I'm Zach Spear on Yankton Streaming on YouTube. It's been a day full of softball, and I think went live around 11, maybe 15 this morning. Has no swing there from Gerard. Called for a strike. Of course, got a little break in the action between the last varsity and JV game. And then was running around like a gopher during the JV game. But a good one here as that one comes in high. Ball two. Yankton doesn't necessarily need runs, but the more the better. 2-2 the count. And it's hit up, and it could be trouble right in that zone where it has been. Off of the glove at second, and Gerard reaches on an error. That is number 6 on the Chargers, with now Jocelyn Burns to the plate. Burns 2 for 4 in the game. As Van Santen continues firing away here for Sioux Falls Christian, gets a strike there. Burns a hard hit, that one to left field, another base hit. Jocelyn's got 3 in the game. That's number 12 for Yankton. Gerard over to second, Burns on first with a single, and that brings up Brooklyn King to the plate. King looking for a base hit to extend her streak of games in a row with a hit. Off of the bat it goes to second, scooped up. They won't get the runner at second. An error, and coming across and scoring is Gerard. So 2 errors to open this inning for Sioux Falls Christian. Gerard scores. Burns reaches second off of the error, and then Brooklyn King reaches off of the fielder's choice. Now a bunt here thrown down by Musfelt, picked up. They'll get the out at first, but both runners will advance. Yes, couldn't even get the graphic changed. Busy changing everything else. A sacrifice bunt for Musfelt, and September Rao now at the plate. This is Rao's 3rd plate appearance, and she didn't even bat the first 2 times around. She's 1 for 2 with a triple and a fielder's choice. Again, puts it into left center. It's going to drop. Yankton's going to score a couple, and Rao again wants extra bases. She's got a double and 2 RBIs. Yankton certainly helping their chances here as Rao, the double. 3 runs scored in back-to-back innings. And at the plate, Brenna Elwood. That one in for a ball. I've got 15-9 on the score. The score here reads 15-8. I'll have to redo some math here, make sure. as Elwood fouls it out of play. And it is 15-8. So it is a 7-run difference right now with Brenna Elwood at the plate. Next one inside, ball 2. Elwood fouls that one off. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Two-two the count, a runner on second in September Rao. Brenna Elwood working out the plate here and takes a cut at that one, hits it high up over to left field it goes, and it's brought in for out number 2. And now at the plate will be Reese Gary. Faces 2 outs, has a runner on second. Her team leads 15-8, a 7-run difference. That one misses outside. Gary at the plate, Gurney awaits on deck. In the hole, Callie Koletsky. Gary, a grounder over to second, it rolls. It's picked up, and the throw makes it in time for out number 3. That wraps up the top of the 7th here on the field as Yankton enters the bottom of the 7th, a 15-8 lead. Good defense is what they need for a win here, but the Chargers with 3 outs to try and make a comeback.
Welcome to JR's Oasis, your one-stop food and gas shop. Proud to serve Phillips 66 regular, premium, and diesel fuel. After fueling, go inside for slushies and shakes, ice cream cones, and now offering a full line of healthy, chilled items and snacks. JR's hot menu is great for breakfast, lunch, and supper, featuring the famous Hammer Breakfast Sandwich and fresh hand patty burgers. Try the new Cafe Tango frozen coffees for that extra boost of deliciousness. JR's Oasis, East Highway 50, Yankton.
It's the bottom of the 7th inning. The Chargers trailing 15-8 to the Yankton Gazelles. And leading things off will be Taylor Dittman. It is the top of the Chargers lineup. Yankton a good opportunity here to close out for a victory. As a base hit right out of the gates for Taylor Dittman, her 3rd now already of the game. Dittman having a great game and her team's 11th hit. It brings up Jada Roscup to the plate with a runner on first, no outs. At the plate here is Roscup. As a grounder over to second, it's fielded cleanly. They'll get the throw to second, and the relay to first won't quite make it, but they get the important one in the lead runner. 2 outs away from victory are the Gazelles. A foul ball there off of the bat of Delia Dupe Blanchard. Starts with an 0-1 count. Blanchard, 0 for 4. Would be a good time for that first base hit of the game. That one misses outside, ball 1. Now she has reached 3 times on base off of a fielder's choice, though. And that one lofted up over to second. Again, play is made for out 2. Yankton needs just one more to take home the victory. Both teams with 3 wins on the year, and Yankton looking to make it 4. A line drive up the middle. That's going to drop for a base hit, and the throw to second a lot closer than maybe it should have been, but reaching safely to second is Roscup. Sammy Van Santen with a base hit there. 2 runners on, 2 outs at the plate here is Kenzie Zobel. She's been good in her last 2. She's 2 for 4 with 2 singles and takes a ball 1. The count here. Elwood sends it as that one launched into left field. It's in foul territory where it drops. That one had some distance to it, and Gurney's going to get some cardio in. A 1-1 count here for Kenzie Zobel. She's hit well today and looks to continue that. Right back to second. It goes again. The throw to first. That's ball game. Yankton comes away with a win, 15-8. Your final score here as the Gazelles go 1-1 on the day, and they will topple Sioux Falls Christian, who falls to 3-8. Yankton advances to 4-8. And coming up, we've got our First Dakota National Bank postgame show, another chat with head coach Jill Muth, and we'll see if we get another player chat as well. Coming up, your final stats during the postgame and your Kaiser Heating and Cooling hot hitter of the game. It's all on the way here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you got to call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
From simple sniffles to complex health conditions, the primary care providers at Yankton Medical Clinic will not only see you for your annual visits, screenings, and preventative care, but also provides care for the entire family, from pediatrics to adults. With 4 clinic locations and 15 outreach locations throughout South Dakota and Nebraska, compassionate, quality medical care is closer than you think. For more information on providers, services, and locations, visit our website, yanktonmedicalclinic.com.
If you're into hunting, fishing, towing, or just want to blaze the trail, All Seasons has ATVs, UTVs, dirt bikes, and scooters from quality brands like Honda, Yamaha, and CF Moto. Needing watercraft? All Seasons has a large selection of quality boats and wave runners, and we take pride in service after the sale. We have friendly certified technicians that will winterize, summarize, diagnose, and repair your power sports equipment. In business for over 20 years for good reasons. We're All Seasons, Power Sports and Marine in Yankton.
And on our First Dakota National Bank post-game show, as we wrap things up, Gazelles win this one. Your final score 15-8, and Yankton gets their 4th win on the season. Your final stats, Gazelles putting up 15 runs off of 13 hits, 5 errors in the field, and they left 6 on base in the game. For Sioux Falls Christian, 8 runs off of 12 base hits. They had 7 errors in the field and 12 left on base. At the plate, Callie Koletsky went 1 for 3 with a single, was also hit by a pitch. Brooke Devine went, well, she had 1 plate appearance, not technically an at-bat, but was walked. Ava Gerard went 2 for 4. Olivia Puck went 0 for 1. Jocelyn Burns went 3 for 4 with 2 singles and a double. Brooklyn King went 0 for 4, but did reach twice on an error, once on a fielder's choice, and once on a walk. Madison Musfelt went 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Isabel Sheldon went 1 for 2 with a single. September Rao was 2 for 3 with a double and a triple. Brenna Elwood went 2 for 4 at the plate with a triple and a single. Jordan Cooter 0 for 1 in her lone plate appearance. Reese Gary went 0 for 4 at the plate, and Keely Mosier 0 for 1. And Eliza Gurney went 0 for 2 as Time for our Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton's hot hitter of the game. Kaiser Heating and Cooling, Yankton's original and most trusted heating and cooling professionals for over 76 years. Kaiser Heating and Cooling, 808 West 23rd Street of Yankton. And Muth had the same idea as me, as our hot hitter of the game is coming to chat with us. It's Jocelyn Burns. And Jocelyn, you went 3 for 4, 2 singles and a double. Great win, great day at the plate too.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So is there one of those hits that felt better than the rest of them?
I think I pretty much hit them all the same, hit them pretty hard, like to the left side, so I guess they all felt pretty good.
And a lot of plays out at shortstop. And one I want to point out, it necessarily wasn't an out, but a diving effort to third and from your knees, still making the throw over to first.
Yeah.
Does it sting a little to not get the out on that one?
Yeah, it always stings a little, but with those backhands, it's kind of hard to get a good throw and get it there on time, especially when we have a faster runner. So, I mean, I was proud of the stop, but that's okay.
Throw was good too.
Yeah.
It's just she had some wheels, right?
Yeah, she did.
And you get the win here. How does that feel?
Feels great. I mean, obviously we needed it a little bit. I mean, I love winning, so hopefully we can continue to do that.
Spoken like a true champion right there. I like winning. And Jocelyn, coming up now, you've got Vermilion on Monday, a quick turnaround. What does your weekend look like trying to get ready for that game? Some rest?
Rest, a lot of rest. Yeah, I'm kind of losing my voice, but we're going to rest. We're going to get some sleep, probably watch some movies, sit on my couch, maybe hit a little bit. That's about it.
What kind of movies are we watching?
Action, horror. Just doesn't matter. I love movies. Yeah.
Your coach can't believe that.
Yeah.
Is it the horror part you can't believe, Muth?
Yeah.
Apparently you don't seem like the horror type.
I guess.
And as a radio station, I always like to ask if you have a favorite band or musician.
Ooh, my favorite musician is definitely Taylor Swift. I loved One Direction, obviously. And probably Lizzie McAlpine.
Okay, all right. All right. I've heard Taylor Swift a few times. So.
Yeah, she's awesome.
The others are new ones, but congratulations on the win, Jocelyn. Appreciate the chat.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Again, that was our Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton hot hitter of the game, Jocelyn Burns, and now head coach Muth. And Jill feels it's a good win. You know, you come out here 15-8, you pull off the win. You had that 10-0 lead, and then they shrink it to 3 runs, but you come back, answer well, and just a great win overall.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take it. And you know what they say about winning? It's better than losing.
That it is. It's certainly.
Yeah, you know, we got up 10-0. That was a nice start to the game. We had one tough inning defensively, you know, where things got away from us a little bit. I think maybe Reese got a little bit tired, and so we brought Brenna in, and you know, we had a couple little errors maybe there, but for the most part, I thought defensively we did a nice job. We scored 15 runs. We had some girls hit the ball. You know, I could have probably brought 2 or 3 girls over here to talk to you.
They certainly could have.
I thought Brenna Elwood came up with a really big hit, you know. Was it 10-8 and 2 girls on, and she got a single up, you know, up in the right center gap there and scored 2 runs. And September did the same thing in the next inning, and both of those gals had 2 hits. So, excuse me. So, yeah, we had some girls that hit the ball hard today, and we're happy to get out of here with the win.
And I want to give a shout-out to Hannah Chrisman behind home plate. She had big shoes to fill, but I feel like she did a great job protecting the plate.
Yeah, I thought she did a nice job coming in. I you know, told her, I'm like, you're going to catch, and she was kind of, oh. and she did a nice job. You know, she and Reese are good friends, and Reese throws to Hannah all the time, so they work together really well. So it was a good fit, but I thought Hannah did a really nice job back there for sure.
And then you had a few players get some at-bats that maybe haven't seen that at those at-bats at the varsity level. What did you see in those at-bats?
Yeah, you know, we just thought we got up 10-0 or 9-0 and thought, you know what, let's get some girls some at-bats. And, you know, I think the more chances you get, you know, the better they're going to feel and better going to be when they, you know, get their turn to be a varsity player. So going to, you know, try to do that in the situations where we can. So.
All right, well, congrats on the win on our third interview of the day. I'll give you a break. I'll keep it short. Congrats on the win. We'll talk with you before your game on Monday against Vermilion.
All right, sounds good, Zach. Thanks for being here today. It's always fun for the girls to be able to get to know that you're here and then get to do an interview too, so pretty fun.
Absolutely. I love doing it. So Again, that was head coach Jill Muth of the Yankton Gazelles, and that pretty much does it from me, too, as well. On Monday, they'll take on the Tanagers. We'll be there on Yankton streaming on YouTube. Have a great rest of your weekend.
This has been a presentation of Yankton High School Softball on Yankton streaming on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, and join us next time for all the action.